All right, guys, it's time to see if these picks are hung like young. Sorry, guys, today I'm reviewing Brian Young, a much requested YouTuber to check out his picks, and I will go ahead and tell you guys, I don't think these picks are as great as you think they are. We're going to look at the numbers. I've got the numbers. I actually already know what they are. Doesn't mean they're not going to do great over time. I've heard he's had some good picks, and I know Brian. I've met him. He's a nice guy. But we're grading YouTubers, and we're empirically data in it. So you can't, there's no questions on who's the top. For today, here's a look at our S tier of YouTubers. I'm still in the top, but I do know I've got some videos coming up that are probably going to knock me out of that spot. I got some good some good videos with some good picks here pretty soon. So anyways, guys, let's go ahead. These are Brian Young's 56 best 10 altcoins. Let's go.
We've consistently been able to find good projects that have helped millions of people from all around the world make tremendous amounts of money this early into the cycle. Arkham, Render, Aerodrome, and yes, we can't even forget the memes like Dog with Hat. The deeper you get into crypto, the more distaste you might actually build up towards Ethereum just because of how much gas fees you have to pay and how slow their network is. Last bull run, Solana popped off immensely because this here was a solution to all the problems that Ethereum had, and we saw so many other projects getting built on Solana rather than Ethereum. Now, this is where Base comes in. So far, Coinbase has right now over 110 million verified users, and they have over $80 billion within assets on their ecosystem.
Okay, guys, so there's the intro. Look, YouTuber in crypto made some people some money. All right. Let's see how good these picks are. He mentioned a couple picks, but it's easy to take your top 3 picks and say, look at these ones. Guys, look at Ondo. Look at Muro. I got tons of coins that I can look at. I was very early on the Solana ecosystem telling you guys, but I've also got some that have flopped and flopped hard. I've got one that was one of my top 15 micro caps of the year, Saki Finance, down 90%. Now, 15 picks are still up by over 100%, carried by a few others. But the point is, we all have bad picks, so it's easy to show your good picks. Let's put his money where his mouth is, and let's see how these picks are.
Here's how you can get exposure to different base plays and one project that I mentioned a few weeks back. This here is going to be Aerodrome. It's what we consider to be the port of call for new users of Base and the liquidity engine of the chain. This project is backed by Coinbase Ventures. What's even crazier is we actually mentioned this project at literally the 10-cent mark within my Discord. Our members have been able to make a ton of money from this call, and even during this whole...
Look, I don't even need to watch any more of this. Aerodrome Finance, big hit. This one's going to be huge. It's RWA. Our RWA projects are going to absolutely crush it. If you've been watching this channel, you know that. And I would say this is a really good pick. If you picked it at 10 cents, amen on that. Great for him. It means it's up 7.8x. That's a good pick. However, for this video where he's picking it officially, we'll have to see how it does from here. But I do really like this pick. I think it's great. Dead on here. Oh, and by the way, very bullish on Base.
The one project that has potential and I believe could pop off if they create a successful bridge is going to be Avi, also known as Aviator. Now, this is a project that's been on my wait list, and one of the reasons why I did not buy it is because as soon as we started looking into it, it had already done a 6x. If you're able to get in earlier before that, you already had close to a 10x. It's up over 9,400%. But I personally believe right now that there is also potential if they are able to do things right. Now, it's not just the pump why I decided I haven't actually bought yet. I don't like the fact that this project advertises more of the gaming related stuff and they're not a fully dedicated bridge. From their website, they state, "Welcome to Aviator, a Web3 gaming platform that will empower players and developers of all backgrounds." It's not something I consider to be a high conviction play, but within this whole narrative of Base, I still think that they have more room to go. That is, as long as they're able to execute and they end up still continuing to build.
That one right there? I don't know about that one. We'll see. Look, numbers don't lie. I can have opinions. I think that's a terrible pick. I don't... a project that's confused on whether it's a game or a bridge. I mean, look, you look at Ronin, maybe we can say the same thing, but I think that this one's a very deep pick. It's like number 500 or 600. It's not very high up. And he even said himself, listen to what these YouTubers say themselves. He says, I'm not super bullish on this narrative. What? Come on, Brian. Look, Brian's a good YouTuber. He does real well. Obviously, people like him. Yeah, he's had some great picks. Aerodrome's a great pick. That one, not so much.
One of them is called Virtuals, and this here is an AI metaverse protocol that's building and rotating into that whole AI narrative we've seen, but right now they are the only AI ecosystem that is migrating and delivering on Base currently. Right now, this project is building their mainnet and they're integrating user incentives with staking. Now, they also have a big upcoming NVIDIA and GameFi conference this month, and I think Virtuals ideally fits within that AI and whole GameFi narrative we've seen build up. Their team is fully doxed, they are very active, and it looks like they also have great experience too within the crypto space. Now, the real market cap is 60% of the fully diluted value on this project, currently sitting at around $52 million at the time of filming this video with no inflation or upcoming unlocks. The tokenomics on this project continue to look good. They already burnt 5% of their supply, and I think right here we have a potential 10x gaming crypto, because currently this is the cheapest gaming infrastructure project, which we've seen all around the $400 to $600 million market cap range. Now, I believe this technology, it's not anything new, but there are definitely elements that are pretty mind-blowing. As an example, if you have one of those metaverse headsets.
Look, I think that's a decent pick. I certainly think Virtual Protocol is one that I've looked at before. I may have included a top coins pick at some point. I can't remember if it made my cut or not, but definitely consider it for one of my top 15 coins in between the top 1 and 300. I think that he is right. I think they're a little further ahead than some of the others, and we'll see what happens. I think, look, certainly don't you be confused with what I said about the project before. Very bullish on gaming crypto and gaming tokens, but you just gotta make sure you're picking the right ones.
The next project to be on the lookout for is Moonwell. This is another project that Coinbase directly invested into. This was also founded by Luke Youngblood, who also built the whole Ethereum staking feature for Coinbase. And similar to how Aerodrome partnered with Coinbase to be the DEX for Base, Moonwell is right now partnering with Coinbase to be the lending partner on Base. Now, this here is one of the few lending protocols on Base and has taken the #2 spot behind Compound Finance. I'd say Aerodrome and Moonwell are almost like yin and yang in the system, which adds another complexity and maturity for DeFi within the whole Base ecosystem.
I don't think Base is going to be the Apple of crypto. I think Swee's got a better shot, but I digress. Are these all Base altcoins? Did I miss this? Are these all Base picks? But I will tell you what I think about that pick. I will think after watching that couple of minutes, I'm going to be buying some of that tomorrow. I think it's a great pick. I didn't know anything about it before, but just what he said right there was enough to sell me. So we'll see.
Now, the next narrative that I think has huge potential that not many people are talking about is GambleFi. The reason why I'm bullish on this is because of the simple fact that gambling is a vice that a lot of people run into. And within the crypto markets, there's one thing that we know for sure, and there are clearly a lot of degenerates in the space. At the time of me filming this video, I don't have any investments or any ties with them personally, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see them blow up in the near future. Now, the first one here is Winner Protocol. This is a fully decentralized, transparent, and on-chain, which already sets itself apart from a lot of these Web3 casinos out here that are very centralized and owned by specific people. So far, Winner has raised more than $3.8 million from investors and public sales. They have thousands of users that have played a variety of different games. Do not invest more than you cannot afford to lose within these markets.
Do not invest more than you cannot afford to lose. It's great advice. Brian Young, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, I think that GambleFi is definitely going, better crypto, better take. You guys know this, right? We think that this is something that is going to be a growing niche. Look, I'm not closed off to working with some more gambling crypto projects myself. I think it is going to be huge. Is that? I was meaning to look up a little detail about that. I'm trying to figure out if that is the gambling platform that is on the Tron blockchain. I think that was Wink. That was Win K, but is Win R one of the same things? Okay, well, here's what I'll tell you about this one. Golly. Market cap is $19 million, and it is very, very, very far down on CoinMarketCap. It does look like it just launched in the middle of last year. It made a new all-time high here recently. It looks like it's on a big dip, but it's ranked number 1172 on CoinMarketCap. It's not the one I was thinking of, and I would exercise a lot of caution on that one.
The next project that I'm on the lookout for is called Shuffle. This here is a crypto casino platform, and they use Shuffle as a native utility token. The platform only launched in February of 2023, and the token only became available on the main markets on March 13th. Now, Shuffle is currently going through a few different airdrops, so if you're someone, like I mentioned earlier, into farming airdrops, Shuffle is another project to look into. Some of the main differences that allowed them to stand out versus other competitors like Rollbit is that Shuffle actually has a gambling license compared to Rollbit, which does not. And this project had a pretty small funding round of $2.5 million with angel investors with a 6-month clip. And this project, in terms of the investors, the tokenomics look pretty solid. So they were able to raise a round of about $2 million with angel investors and small cap funds. It was a 6-month cliff, and they had a 36-month vesting schedule. So as long as you get in before that vesting schedule is completely over, I still think as long as this project is building and they are making revenue, there is huge potential here. Shuffle is currently not on any tier 1 exchanges. What is also pretty interesting is that Shuffle is listed on Bilixi, XT.com, and this here shows that the license and compliance is a lot more legitimate on this project. Now, the one downside is that the total market cap on this project right now off launch is at over $800 million. Now, I consider this to be a more of a medium long-term play. It's not a huge high conviction play, but I think it's good if you want to diversify your portfolio with something that you believe in.
This is the problem with these picks. Guys, how are you going to make a top 10 best early? And look, I like Brian. I'm not trying to criticize him as a person, okay? I'm trying to criticize some constructive criticism here. Why would you make a video called Top 10 Best Early Crypto Altcoins to 50x Now? Don't miss it. And in this entire video, I think he's 248 total coins. I think at different points. Something crazy like that. But give one of these top 10 coins that we isolated as the top 10 and say, don't have a high amount of conviction on this one. Brian Young is getting very popular on making top coin videos, and people eat these things up. He's giving you so much information. How many coins is this guy picking over a 1-year period? And I can tell you, I know I picked way too many coins in 2020, and that's what screwed me. That's why people think, my picks don't work, because the bear market hit and a lot of them went down, obviously, like everything else. And for like a lot of those projects went away because I picked too many projects. That's why this time I'm looking at other people's picks, and I've got my picks, but I'm not going to pick a ton of projects this year because it doesn't behoove me. There's too much risk there. And so anyways, I don't think you should be putting a project in here and then saying, I don't have high conviction on this one. Shuffle, like the other one, very low down coin market cap in CoinGecko, but according to him, it's going to launch with $800 million market cap maybe at some point publicly. So, or I don't exactly remember what he said 100% there, but he says it's got a big market cap. Mine's showing it's not, so not sure what the disconnect is there. But I look, another one, be very careful.
The next big narrative that I am on the lookout for is going to be between the regulation and the privacy space. The first project here that I've mentioned a few times on this channel already is Arkham. They have had a massive pump. We were able to get in literally within the 60 to 70 cent range, and it was incredible. Even in the past week, we saw it pump to as high as $3.60. And if you're new to Arkham, they have a platform where you can go ahead and track different wallet addresses. You can examine transaction levels, and you can make use of alerts for any definable on-chain activity. Now, this project here is backed by Palantir, Sam Altman, Peter Thiel. They are partnered with Base.
Arkham is a good pick. I think Arkham's going to go up. I don't know why Arkham goes up. I'm confused. Maybe I don't understand the tokenomics exactly, but Arkham Intelligence is basically just kind of a chain analysis company that gives you some loose data that they think some wallets are tied to some people. Some of it has been even questioned. Arkham Intelligence also had an issue with ICP in between them and the New York Times, where they made up a bunch of lies about ICP or misconstrued a bunch of stuff. And, at the end of the day, I don't know if Arkham was doing something malicious there necessarily, or maybe just doing something where they were putting information out they didn't understand what they were seeing. Didn't give me a lot of confidence in them. I think Arkham's okay, but I don't see the value in the token, really, in my opinion. Maybe I'll have to go check it out. Maybe I'll understand a little bit better, but I just think your average person doesn't care about chain analysis or following wallets, and there's already APIs that can pull that information in different ways. So I just don't really see what they have, but I do think price is going to go up.
Now, the next narrative to mention is AI. Personally, I feel like AI is still pretty bloated right now, and this bubble is starting to simmer down. And a lot of our AI plays that I've mentioned are already up anywhere from 5 to even 10x, but I have other plays that haven't yet dropped that I'm looking forward to.
So, as you see, we have to continue going over like what we think to be maybe his top 10 picks, because his top 10 pick video, and he gives 913 picks. Now we're on to top 10 narratives. Crypto narratives that you may make money in. guys, I don't. What's the difference here between watching this video and then going and throwing darts on CoinMarketCap? I don't really see what the difference is when you're given so many coins. 1,432 coins. If not many are outside of the top 100, he just gave you 5% of the top 1,000. 5% of the top 1,000 he just gave you. I don't know, guys. It seems a little sketch to me. Not sketch. I'm not saying there's something wrong with him. I see what he's doing. He's getting views on these videos, and you guys are watching them, and he's continuing to find the retention is high. If he just keeps making them longer and longer and longer and longer, I would assume that's what's going on here. Because this is way too many coins to be telling people these are coins you should get into. Nobody should have 56 coins in their portfolio unless you're a hedge fund.
So what I consider to be the NVIDIA of crypto is Render. We've mentioned this already a few times. They've already gone up couple 100% since I've mentioned it, but I still think this is going to be a huge power play for this year.
Love Render. It's a great project. Price is going to go up. There you go. The numbers will show that was a good pick. But I think a lot of the outperformance of the market from Render has already occurred. I think you're going to see it kind of straighten with the market a little bit better. Maybe outperform the average top 100 crypto a little bit. But what he was saying in the beginning is true, is things are cyclical. And in crypto, like Render's already had kind of a cyclical outperformance of the market. Now it's coming back to the fray a little bit. Will it have another one, or will it kind of stay on track? That's what we don't know. So I think that's an average pick.
All right, mid-conviction plays here. We cannot ignore meme coins. They are still popping off. I'm seeing them come up every single day. Zincoin, it's a project that I recently bought into. I made an alert within our Discord group for, and that I'm feeling bullish on. Other projects are MAGA, Jesus, and even Stan. These are all community meme coins, but I do think these 4 projects could have some more potential in the future. My favorite dog meme coin, still even at this moment, Dog with Hat. I think this is gonna be the meme of this year. I think it's super low entry for anyone to really understand, and that right there is a big component. Memes have to have a level of virality where you could talk about it with someone else and share it with other people and they would understand it. Based Brett, this one pumped an extreme amount, and I think these memes still have strong potential. Just like what we've seen with Solana meme coins, I think there is a huge play here within the base world. The next meme coin that is actually on my watch list is Normie. Now, what's really unfortunate is Normie was literally written on our whiteboard while I was prepping this video, and since yesterday, it pumped from 4 cents all the way up into 14 cents at the peak. And man, when these 600% gainers happen right under your nose, I feel that FOMO quite often too. Now, it's completely okay because even this meme here, I still think has a long way to go. They are super active on Twitter. They are commenting on the developers of Base through all their threads. They have no taxes. They renounced their contract. This year is so important for any meme coin that I'd consider buying. And that's because when you renounce a contract, you make it fully decentralized so that someone can't go in there, change up the code, and try to rug pull on everyone else. I also love the fact that they are burning their liquidity. So in order to get the price of these assets moving up, they can go ahead and do these burns to then level out that supply and the demand. Now, on top of that, there are several more Base meme plays. We have Dog in Me. We have Brioon, which is like the Joe Biden of Base. We have Blue, BLOO. Jesse, one of the main Base developers, seems to really like this project and has high hopes for a potential tier 1 or tier 2 exchange listing. And then also another one is BPS. And this here is Base Pro Shop. And I think this one has a lot of potential as someone who's been fishing for bass for 10 plus years. I think it's funny, but also recognize meme coins are a giant pyramid scheme. Anytime they're also low market cap like this, it is very high risk. So make sure that you check the tokenomics, make sure it is fair launch so that the devs won't rug pull on you.
Coins 9 through 19. Every meme coin. I actually own some Brett, by the way, on Base. I think that's an okay one. But look, guys, there's no reason for me. I tell you what, guys, for coin number 10, 20, whatever it is, we'll just play the rest of the video in hyperspeed. So you can see all the coins, and maybe we'll hover for a second on every coin. Too many for me to talk about in this video, guys.
A project that recently came across was Proppy, listed on Coinbase. They have also a Base partnership, and it's a real estate play where you can buy a home real easily with crypto. So from the same team that built Coinbase's Prime Trading Engine, which by the way is the system right now that is responsible for executing billions of dollars of trades for the likes of Michael Saylor and even Elon Musk. Definitify is going to bring a powerful institutional grade on-chain trading platform onto the Base. Paragraph.xyz. This here is a decentralized social media platform that allows users to create, distribute, and monetize on their own terms. Next we have Avantis. This here is a protocol that allows people to trade derivatives in crypto and also trade real-world assets. The next cryptocurrency that was listed in the article and backed by Coinbase, Chainlink, Laser Digital, and more is called Truflation. Now this app is very straightforward, very simple to use, and it's going to tell you things like the true inflation rate. This company here focuses all about tokenizing off-chain assets into precise data feeds, ensuring
that digital representation of real-world assets are accurate, trustworthy, and capable of fostering confidence among investors. Now, this next project I think is worth mentioning. They don't have a token yet dropped. They might have one in the future. It's still very early, and this project name is called
Fluid Key.
So Fluid Key protects your privacy, and you can receive and manage funds on-chain without publicly linking them to you. Another project to be on the lookout for is
Gensen Network.
Now, first of all, this project has crazy backing. A16Z, so Anderson and Horowitz, Protocol Labs, M31 Capital, Galaxy, Maven. They got a lot of very strong investors backing this project. This here is an example of an AI crypto infrastructure project. If they can execute, I think they will do extremely well.
Like always, make sure you do your own research before buying, because I know this whole AI and GPU stuff can get a little bit confusing.
All right, now guys, we let him keep WIF. We let him let WIF represent his meme coins. And because of that 27% gain in WIF, that brings Brian with a current ROI of 4.99% from these picks that he did a couple weeks ago. So we will see when we do our weekly update video on our YouTubers ranked where he falls. That number right there would probably put him on the B tier according to some terrible numbers I've looked at, but we got some pretty good picks coming up. I believe we'll check the numbers out for. So let me know what you guys think. Drop your comments down below. Who do you want to see me review? Of course, Brian's information, you can subscribe to his channel down below. We like Brian. I don't think he's a bad guy or anything. Make sure you subscribe to his channel down below. And of course, open invitation to Brian. Anybody else who wants to come on the channel and chat? Hey, let's do it. All right, guys. Be blessed.